I originally planned to use this as distraction dialogue for a series of screenshots on a subject which is generally rather unwelcome on YouTube, the purpose being to confound the algorithm and avoid getting the video deleted. This did not come to pass because I completely screwed up the main video, so rather than wasting the whole thing I thought I'd just upload the monologue itself as an artistic endeavour. So here it is. It was written about 100 years ago now for a music hall performer to recite, has been much parodied ever since, and even now the opening two lines of the thing are quite well known. I learnt it a few years ago now. The lighting is different because I recorded the monologue in the morning and this is now the evening. There's a one-eyed yellow idol to the north of Kathmandu. There's a little marble cross below the town. There's a broken-hearted woman tends the grave of Mad Karoo, and the yellow god forever gazes down. He was known as Mad Karoo by the subs at Kathmandu. He was hotter than they felt inclined to tell. But for all his foolish pranks, he was worshipped in the ranks, and the colonel's daughter smiled on him as well. He had loved her all along with the passion of the strong. The fact that she loved him was plain to all. She was nearly 21, and preparations had begun to celebrate her birthday with a ball. He wrote to ask what present she would like from Mad Karoo. They met the next day when he dismissed a squad, and laughingly she told him that nothing else would do but the green eye of the little yellow god. On the night before the dance, Mad Karoo seemed in a trance. They chaffed him as they puffed on their cigars. But for once he failed to smile, and he sat there a while, and then went out into the night beneath the stars. He returned before the morn, with his shirt and tunic torn, and a gash upon his forehead dripping red. He was patched up straight away, and he slept through all the day, and the colonel's daughter kept watch beside his bed. He woke at last and asked if she would bring his tunic through. She brought it, though she thought that it was odd. He bade her search the pocket, saying, "That's from Mad Karoo," and she found the little green eye of the god. She upbraided poor Karoo in the way that women do, though both her eyes were strangely hot and wet, but she wouldn't take the stone, and Mad Karoo was left alone with the jewel he had risked his life to get. As the ball reached its height on that still and tropic night, she thought of him, and she hurried to his room. As she crossed the barrack square, she could hear the dreamy air of a waltz tune softly steal across the gloom. His door was open wide, with silver moonlight shining through. The ground was wet and slippery where she trod. An ugly knife lay buried in the heart of Mad Karoo. It was the vengeance of the little yellow god. There's a one-eyed yellow idol to the north of Kathmandu. There's a little marble cross below the town. There's a broken-hearted woman tends the grave of Mad Karoo, and the yellow god forever gazes down.